Are we live? Are we live? Are we live yet? There we are. How are you, everybody? I'm so happy to see you. Hello, hello, hello. It's Wisdom Circle time. How are you guys today? I'm so happy to see you. So happy to see you. This is Wisdom Circle, and I want to welcome you, especially if you haven't been to Wisdom Circle before. Is anybody new? I saw a few of you while I was getting the technologies working. I was watching the comments, and there were a few of you who said it's your first time. So that's really exciting to have you for a first Wisdom Circle. Hopefully it's the first of many for you. And those of you, I always like to celebrate the not firsts. You know, it's like not firsts are pretty special too. So welcome to you. Welcome, Ash. Welcome, welcome. The feed's going so fast I can't even see you. Lovely. Well, I see you. I won't be able to keep up with all your names, but I see you. And I'm so glad that you're here. So welcome to Wisdom Circle. This is our kind of free-flowing. You know what I mean? Not a lot of rules here. I don't like rules. If you haven't been working with me for very long, I don't enjoy rules. I don't know how I was a professor for so long, to be honest with you, because I don't like rules. I don't like making rules. I don't like following rules, and I don't like enforcing rules. So this is kind of like our playtime. And today we've decided to do readings with you for you. I'm doing readings with you for you. So I hope you will grab a cup of tea or your kombucha or both. When I'm talking for an hour, I always have both. Using my voice. I know. I think it's one of the reasons we like each other. I think we're all kind of rebels at heart. And so I think rebels understand each other. You know, it's like, and it's really funny because I'm raising kids who are very much like that in certain ways and then not like that in certain ways. My son really likes rules. He likes to follow rules. He likes to help other people follow rules. He likes to force his sister to follow rules. So anyway, everybody's different. So I want to welcome you. I want to just see quickly, we will launch right into readings, but I want to see if you have any questions. I do want to tell you, in case you don't know, and I meant to bring my book to show you. I only have one copy myself right now, and that's my original copy, and it's at home. But my first book of 3 that are now on Amazon.com, called The Ultimate Guide to Chakras. It's available now, and in fact, some people have received it already. It is now shipping on Amazon Prime. I can't tell you, literally, it was like giving birth. I have a PhD, which means I wrote a book a lot of years ago to finish my doctoral degree. These books are the same length as my doctoral degree, so it was sort of like going through that all over again 3 times. My 4th book will be on Amazon.com around November 1st, and then I have 3 more books in mind for 2019, and then I probably will take a break. But right now on Amazon, for pre-order, you will find Crystal Lore, Legends, and Myths, which is the history of crystals from Lemurian Atlantis through Sumeria, Greece, Rome, India, all the way to modern times. That book took 6 months to research and read. You'll also find The Ultimate Guide to Chakras on Amazon.com, and you will find what's called the Chakra Handbook, which is just a smaller version of that book. And then my Book of Blessings and Ritual, and all of these are being published by the same publisher, Fair Winds Press, who I love. I'm very blessed because the way this happened, if you know who Judy Hall is, Judy Hall's Crystal Bible books are published by my publisher, Fair Winds Press. And so about a year ago, they approached me and asked me to sign a series of book deals with them for these particular books. And I look back and I think it was the best decision I ever made. I was going to self-publish, and I ended up going with a mainstream publisher. So what's really nice is my books are on barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com. They've been translated into a lot of languages. You'll find them in bookstores around the world. I really do believe I have the best publisher in the world. And you'll be excited to know that when you turn your book over, the book you're getting now, The Ultimate Guide to Chakras, when you turn it over, Judy Hall wrote the blurb. She wrote the little 2 sentences on the back of the book in support of my book. So it was a huge honor for me to be published by her publisher and to have her be one of 2 people who wrote their little support for the book on the back. And my magical sabbatical students are thanked in the book. In the primary dedication, it is to all of my sabbatical sisters, past, present, and future, who really inspired the book. I wrote it with all of you in mind. And so, anyway, I hope you enjoy it. It's been such a beautiful process. I did want to show you, look what my team made to celebrate the book. These are handmade at SG. These are selenite and quartz wands with the most incredible 7 chakra stones down the front of them. It's made to be used just like I use my selenite wand. And so these are coming to the shop this weekend. Aren't they beautiful? It's like an ice wand. It's opal aura quartz cluster on the top, which is kind of hard to see with the camera. But each one of these took hours to make by Team SG, and so I'm really excited. I was really touched. They did it for me as a surprise. And so this one is mine, and so I'll be opening all of my circles from now on with this wand, and then if you are able to get one of them this weekend, you'll be able to do the same thing, which I think is really special. We have so much coming, you guys. I created a chakra oracle deck, companion deck to the book. And so the oracle deck is coming soon. We have Roberta Orpwood, who did the watercolor art for my book, has been generous enough to let us use that image, of that beautiful image of the goddess on the cover. So you're going to see clothing, candles, all kinds of amazing things coming. And so I hope you're really excited about that, because I am excited about it. Okay, so I can't use that oracle deck today. That oracle deck is not available yet, but it will be in just a couple of weeks, so get excited. That deck will be on sagegoddess.com and also on Amazon.com too. And by the way, we have decided to offer signed copies of the book on sagegoddess.com. So I will be signing not very many, just a handful really of the books, and we will put those on the website next week. So if you do want to get a signed copy and you can't come to our physical signings, would love to have you purchase it from the website. All right, well, you're not late. You're right on time. We're just about to get started. So let me show you the decks that I've decided to use for you today. The new deck is gorgeous. It's a chakra healing deck, and it has each card, so you're going to pull your card to tell you what chakra you need to work on, and then it has a mantra for you to work with, associated with whatever healing you need. So if you're a healer of any kind and you work with clients, this new oracle deck for you, there's nothing else like it. There are no other chakra healing decks like it anywhere in the world. So I'm really excited about it. It's so beautiful. No signed copies on Amazon. We have to have something special for us on our home website. But you can certainly get the book on Amazon, not a signed copy, but if you would like a signed copy, you got to come to my house, my house for that. It's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to show you the decks that I'm using. This deck, which I love, is one of my favorite angel decks. These are not my decks. This deck, let's see, you can find this deck on barnesandnoble.com. It's by Tony Salerno, Salerno. So I'm just going to tell you the decks. It's called Angels, Gods, and Goddesses. So in case you want to know, what deck did she use again? The second deck I'm going to use, and I'm just going to use it based on my intuition, the second deck I'm going to be using is this deck, which I love. And this deck, not my deck, you can find this one on Amazon.com. This is Doreen Virtue's Archangel Michael Oracle cards. And the other deck is $14 on Barnes & Noble. This one is $15 on Amazon.com. And then for some of you, I'm going to use my own deck, not my chakra deck, but my gemstone deck. And if I pull a card for you from this deck, this is my deck. These are on sagegoddess.com. These are Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle cards, which a lot of you have. This is our original deck. If I pull from this deck for you, I'm actually going to send you the stone that I pull for you. I did that on main page of Facebook yesterday, and you guys really enjoyed it, so I thought, I'm going to do that for you again today. Yeah, isn't that fun? Okay, so if you want a reading, what I would like you to do, are you ready? Is I would like you to say yes, and I want you to say either Archangel, Angels, or Gemstones. Archangels, Angels, or Gemstones, okay? If you don't choose a deck, I will choose a deck for you. So don't feel super pressured if you're like, God, I don't know which deck to choose. Let me choose for you. Super fun, right? So yeah, I think we're sending 8 or 10 packages out today of everybody who won tumbled stones on Facebook yesterday. Super fun for me because it's one thing to get a reading. It's another thing to actually have the stone and hold it in your hand. And some of those people didn't have the stones that I pulled for them. So it's really fun. They're going to add something new to their collection. Okay, so I'm going to dive right in with Teresa. Is it Supika? Teresa Supika, how are you, sweetheart? I'm going to pull a gemstone card for you. And then you can just continue to say yes, but I would hold off in between readings because that way you won't get lost in the feed. All right, sweetheart, this card is for you. And Team SG, just keep track for me because yesterday I kept track, but it'd be really great if Team SG could keep track of names and stones that I'm pulling. Okay. Teresa. Okay. White opal. This is your card. And let me read to you what it says. This is a really, really powerful card. So white opal is a stone of purification. It also represents commitment, joy, and transformation. And here's what your card says. White opal clears and purifies energies while helping you manifest a clear connection to your spirit guides. You have pulled this card because you need to burn away aspects of yourself that are no longer serving you. Leave room for positive energy to develop. Meditate with white opal to release negative thought patterns, experience spiritual fulfillment, and commune with your spiritual guardians. So I'm going to send a beautiful piece of white opal to you, Teresa, and I hope that you love it. And so get ready. It sounds like something is changing in your life, Teresa, leading you toward change that ultimately is going to make you happier. That's how I would translate that card. So if you've been feeling stuck, or if you've been looking up and saying, you know, when's it going to happen for me? I think that moment is coming for you, and it probably isn't in too distant the future. If I'm channeling for you, what I would say is I'm feeling like 6 to 12 months is the window they're showing me, sometime between, I would say, February of 2019 into mid to late summer is I'm seeing the period of transformation for you. And that seems to line up with a special date of some kind for you, Teresa. So that's what I'm getting for you intuitively. But when you get your white opal, just carry it with you. I think this feels like a stone that wants to be with you for a little while. And then when you're done with it, you'll know. And you can retire it or gift it to someone else. It's kind of beautiful. So congrats to you, Teresa. Something good's happening for you, sweetheart, and it's coming. And it feels like it's been a, little bit of a while coming, and you've been patient, so you're being rewarded with that. Oh, thanks, Tara. Okay, here we go. Okay, Susie Inman would like gemstone. Hey, Susie Inman, how you doing, sweetheart? Let me get a card going for you. Pulling from the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck for Susie. Susie. Okay, Susie's got black tourmaline. Ultimate stone of protection, Susie. If you've heard me say this before, I think in the entire mineral kingdom, there isn't a more protective stone than black tourmaline. If you put it in your car, it'll prevent theft. If you put it around your house, it'll prevent your home from being broken into. If you carry it in your purse, it'll prevent, theft or loss of anything in your purse. So there's pieces all around me in my world. They're buried into the ground here around the building at Sage Goddess. So here's what the card says for you. Black tourmaline for Susie is the protection stone par excellence. It creates an energy shield around you, deflecting negative energy, sealing holes in your auric space. You have pulled this card because you feel ungrounded or unsafe, perhaps, and you need to shield yourself with white light. Meditate with black tourmaline to feel grounded, call in safe, protective energies, and create sacred space. And so that is your card for today. Enjoy that one. So I will send you a beautiful piece of black tourmaline, Susie, for your collection. I suspect you probably have a piece, but it's one of those stones that I don't think you can have enough of. So maybe you're going to take my piece and put it in your car or bury it around your home or something like that. Okay, Maggie's Bliss would like the Archangel deck. I would love to pull one for you. I love this deck, and I'll tell you something. When it comes to Oracle decks for me, I'm not like the new shiny, you know what I mean? I like to get a new deck, but I also use my old decks forever. And they never get old. Like the Oracle decks that I'm creating for you, they're evergreen. It's not like the content's gonna get old. And so don't get rid of your old Oracle decks. Come back to them and like rediscover them. So this is from Maggie. Maggie. Okay, so this is your card for today from Archangel Michael. It's the Forgive Yourself card. You've done nothing wrong. That's such a beautiful message, right? And my hope is, even though this card is for Maggie, the message may be for all of you. I tend to think that when a card comes up for one person in a group, there's usually a kind of a resonance for everybody else. So here's your prayer, Maggie. I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear toward others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. So you've done nothing wrong. Forgive yourself. Soften more into a love space, Maggie, and just know that where you are right now is exactly where you need to be. I feel like all your spirit guides are surrounding you right now to reassure you that you're in the right place at the right time, doing exactly what you need to be doing, and hopefully that is a way for you to feel a deeper peace in your life at this time. It's almost like, Maggie, what I feel for you, it's almost like you're in a better place than you even know. Does that make sense? It's almost like you need to feel more optimistic. Everything else is lining up, but now you need to feel it. So sending you a lot of love today, Maggie, from my heart to yours. It's so good to see you guys. Okay, Sherry Noel wants the Archangel deck too, so let me dive right in. Hey, Sherry, how are you? It's nice to see you. Pulling for Sherry. Sherry. Okay, I love this card. I think this is a really beautiful card. I always get excited when I pull this one for myself. So this is the Pay Attention to Your Dreams card. And Sherry, one of the things I'm getting is that your guides really are trying to communicate with you in dream time. And so try to make more intentional space for that, maybe going to bed a little bit earlier, or just making sure that you're able to get good deep rest so they can bring you into REM sleep, because the guides can only communicate with you in REM. So if you don't get enough of that deep REM sleep, it's really difficult for them to reach you. So here's your prayer. Thank you for tucking me into bed tonight and helping me enjoy a wonderfully restful night's sleep. Archangel Michael, I invite you into my dreams as my teacher, guide, and healer. Please allow me to understand this, whatever it is that you want to understand, on a spiritual level, and give me guidance. So you're being invited to a really good dream time experience. And like I said, when I get that card, I always get really excited. So hopefully you're excited to get some guidance too. Okay. Yeah, you can keep saying yes. It kind of cycles, and I'm kind of looking too. I kind of cycle back up too. So you're welcome to keep saying yes, or just as I'm doing a reading, just listen and then start to say yes again once I kind of come to the end. Okay. Hey, Anne-Marie, is it Roach? Anne-Marie Roach, nice to see you. She wants a gemstone card. So I'm pulling from the SG Oracle deck. So let's see what I have for Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie. I pulled the card that shows about the deck. So let me take that out. Let me shuffle one more time for Anne-Marie. Okay. Ooh, Aurora quartz, which is a form of aura quartz. So beautiful. It's like full of rainbows and light. The card, we even made the card pretty because the stone has so many rainbows in it that we just kind of made rainbow lettering for it too. So this is the stone of perspective, spirit connection, and universal love, which I think is just a really beautiful message for you, Anne-Marie. It feels like there's a heart opening happening for you, like a deeper sense of connection to God or to your spirit guides. Like you're definitely experiencing a spiritual awakening, your guides are telling me. So Aurora quartz is the crystal of magical perspective. It will help you see the bigger picture, connecting with the divine and feeling universal love. You have pulled this card, Anne-Marie, because your connection with source has been weakened or is fogging your vision. Meditate with Aurora quartz to strengthen your connection to spirit, draw divine bliss into your heart, and maintain a bigger picture perspective. So maybe you've lost a little bit of faith, or there's a foggy connection. You don't feel like the messages from your spirit guides are clear enough, or you want more clarity or more direction. And so what this card tells you is it's all right there. It's all right there. It's like they're wanting that crystalline connection with you too. They're wanting it to be clearer and more specific too. And so what you seek is seeking you. So I'm going to put a beautiful piece of this gorgeous Aurora quartz with beautiful pieces in the mail for you tomorrow with pleasure, and hope that it's a huge blessing for you. So yeah, if you choose the gemstone deck, I'm going to send you the crystal that I pull for you, which is really fun. Okay, woo. Let's see. I'm loving this. I hope you guys are having fun too. Okay. Okay, Brittany Miller. How are you, Brittany Miller? I'm feeling called to pull a card for you. I'm going to pull a card for you from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses for Brittany. And so this is this deck for Brittany. Nice to see you. Oh, this is a sweet one. The art on these cards like blows my mind. That's why I love her and I love her deck, because I feel like the art, I'm almost more drawn to the images with this deck than even the words. This is the Angel of Emergence. It's one of my favorites in the deck, probably because of the butterflies and everything is purple. And but this is the time. It says it is the time for the real you to emerge, and so you're being invited to step up and to really shine. This is your time. And when I look at her, the expression on her face is kind of the energy that I sense around you too. It's like, just rest in knowing that this is your time, and you don't have to do anything different. You don't have to be anyone different. It's like exactly who you are right now is everything that the universe needs you to be. So there's a sweetness of the energy around you. I hope that's a nice validation for you, that you're in the right place at the right time, and now all you have to do is just relax. You're like the butterfly that's coming out of its cocoon, and it's really beautiful. So enjoy the process too. Oh, it's very beautiful. Okay, Molly Evans. Do you have a preference of deck, Molly? I'm feeling like gemstone for you. Can I pull a gemstone card for you, Molly? Okay, this one's for Molly. Molly. Okay, Shungite. Shungite looks like that. And people always ask me, how can you tell Shungite apart from onyx or apart from jet? Shungite has like a hammered finish to it almost. When you really get up close to it, if you see the little hammerings on it, that's how you can tell the difference. And Shungite is a stone, it's a filtering stone. It filters negative energy away from you, and that's how you spell it. It's one of my favorites, actually. I always tell people, I have a lot of clients who are in law enforcement, and they come for Shungite bracelets because they don't really have a choice about who they interact with on the job. So they wear Shungite bracelets, which is sort of a repellent for negative energy. So Shungite is a grounding stone known as the Great Purifier. It removes unwanted energies and impurities from people, places, and spaces while healing the lower chakras. Molly, you have pulled this card because you need to release any negativity residing within your auric body. Meditate with Shungite to free yourself from harmful emotions, filter energies around you, and feel deeper alignment. So we are purifying you. We are creating an auric boundary around you to protect you and keep you safe. But usually Shungite, when you're being called to Shungite or Shungite's calling you, it's usually because there's something in your field that shouldn't be there. It could be a person's energy. It could be a place. Sometimes for people, it's the workplace. And so I'll tell them, put Shungite on your desk. You know what I mean? It kind of keeps toxic people away from you. And that happens for some people at sometimes. Okay, hi, Bridget. Bridget says I can choose. I'm feeling like Archangel Michael. Deck. And so, Bridget, I'm going to pull from this deck for you. It's nice to see you. So for Bridget. I like this one too. Like when I pull this card, because I use this deck all the time for myself, and when I pull this one, it always makes me smile. Because for me, this is the keep your eyes on the prize card, right? Like, don't get distracted, don't get discouraged, right? It's that bow and arrow. It's one of my favorite metaphors for success and manifestation. It's like, stop worrying about all the what ifs, you know what I mean, and stay focused. So here's the prayer, Bridget, that goes along with this card for you. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action toward realizing my dreams. Amen. What a beautiful prayer for you. Does that resonate with you, Bridget? The message of that card, it's a beautiful one, isn't it? Alma says I'm speaking to her. And Alma, that's why I was saying earlier, even if it's not a specific message for you, like Alma, I can feel the resonance of that message for you energetically. As soon as I read your comment, I was like, Alma, that is for you. So anyway, just know I'm seeing you even if I don't see you specifically, because I do think that there's a resonance between all of us. There's a reason you're here right now watching this. Okay, Cynthia Aguilar would like gemstones. Hi, Cynthia Aguilar. How are you? I would love to pull a gemstone card for you. So this one is for Cynthia. Cynthia, Cynthia, Cynthia. One of my favorites. This is Stilbite. Stilbite. It's a beautiful stone. So Stilbite, we talked about this yesterday. Stilbite is a member of the zeolite family of minerals that comes from India. You don't find it anywhere else in the world. It grows, for example, with apophyllite, if you've heard of apophyllite, which is a really powerful crown chakra stone. This is all about dream interpretation and dream recall, and using your dreams to manifest your reality. I don't think people realize how much spiritual work they do in their dreams, truly, truly. And so this card is a sign for you that you need to be connecting more to dream time and remembering your dreams. So the message is, Stilbite is a stone of love, bliss, joy, and calming frequencies. It opens you to receive the universe's infinite love and also helps you accurately interpret your dreams. If you put it in your pillowcase, by the way, you will remember your dreams better. Just don't let it fall on the floor because it's extremely fragile. It's very low on the Mohs scale. I think Stilbite's like a 3. So if you drop that stone, it's going to shatter into a million pieces. It'll hurt. It'll break your heart. But you have pulled this card because you need deep self-love, and you need to pay more attention to the messages you're receiving in dream state. Meditate with Stilbite to feel blissful, balanced, and insightful. Isn't that beautiful? So again, I think that message is for quite a few of us, in fact. Quite a few of us today. Okay, who is next? Okay. Hi, Starla. Starla says, if you do pick me, I'm honored with whatever you choose, but I'm leaving the chat. Empath in me is not doing well. So Starla, I'm still going to read for you anyway. Starla is struggling with all the energy. I'm being called to the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck for Starla, so she'll come back later and hear this message. Starla, 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 sending you a breath of love. I wish sometimes that I could, help all empaths feel comfortable leaving spaces when it's too much for them. I feel so bad. Sometimes when I'm in public, I see an empath and I know that they're struggling and they're in the corner trying to disappear. And it's like, honey, you don't have to, you know what I mean? Go sit in your car, go take a break. If you're an empath and you're overloaded, part of self-care is stepping away and not apologizing. I think that's the gift of older age too, is we don't try to impress anybody. So we're like, this is too much for me. I'm out. So sweet Starla, 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 Starla. Her message is, are you kidding me right now? Do you guys believe in magic? Seriously. And you're probably thinking I'm nuts because I'm still reading for somebody who's not here, technically, in the moment. Do you know what Starla got? Can you read that? She got the Angel of Relaxation. We are guided, my friends. We think we have so much control and we know so much and we're going to figure it out until we realize we are not in control. So Starla, you're supposed to let go of desired outcomes and then you will get what you want. So while Starla relaxes, what else can I do for you? It's so awesome, you guys. Seriously, every time if I ever start going, I don't know, because I'm still a cynic, you know what I mean? So if I ever start going, I don't know, the universe just gives me something so undeniable. So rad when that happens. We love you, Starla. Okay. Lexi on you. Lexi on you, any card, any deck. I'm going to do gemstones for Lexi on you. What have I got for Lexi? Lexi, Lexi, Lexi. I got white opal again, which is really interesting. Nobody pulled white opal yesterday, but today we've had 2 of you pull it, which is all about purification, joy, and transformation. Opals are always transformation, and that's because in ancient Greece, the legend about opal was that it was found on Mount Olympus, and it was created when the gods would come down from Mount Olympus. And every time they would take a step down the mountain, under their feet would instantly form opals. And so that's the first kind of legend that we ever heard about opals. But no matter where you find them, whether you're finding fire opals, in Mexico, or you're finding, opals in Australia, or you're finding opals, opals are found in all different parts of the world. They always represent transformation, but the white opal in particular activates what we call the soul star chakra. And so it really is the sweetest, highest vibrational opal on the planet because it's a pure white. And so again, to remind you, at the meaning of the card, it clears and purifies energies, helping you manifest a clear connection with your guides. You have pulled this card because, this is for you, Lexi. You've pulled this card because you need to burn away any aspects of yourself that no longer serve you, leaving room for positive energy to develop. Meditate to release negative thought patterns, experience deep spiritual fulfillment, and commune with your spiritual guardians. And so a beautiful piece of that will be on its way to you tomorrow. Super fun, right? Yeah, I mean, Idaho has opals, or multiple places in the United States you'll find opals, but no matter where you find it, it's always transformation. When you see an opal, change is coming. That's not necessarily a bad thing. To me, change isn't a bad thing. It's how you write it, I guess. So Pam Harbaugh, she would like gemstones too. How are you, Pam? Nice to see you. So this is for Pam. Pam. Stillbite. There's energy in the field. It's interesting, isn't it? Because there's 52 cards, and yet we're toggling between just a handful of them. So again, this is the stone of clarity, peace, dream interpretation, and dream recall, as well as clarity. Getting deeper REM sleep is part of the medicine of stillbite. So it's the stone of love, bliss, and joy, calming frequencies for you, Pam. It opens you to receive the universe's infinite love and also helps you accurately interpret your dreams. Pam, you've pulled this card because you need deep self-love and to pay more attention to the messages you receive in dream time. Meditate with stillbite to feel blissful, balanced, and insightful, which I love. Carissa. Okay, Carissa just received news that she didn't get a job that she thought was meant to be, and she's feeling very shaken. I would greatly appreciate your guidance and support. Carissa, let me tell you, as someone in her mid-40s, who has had multiple occasions when I didn't get the job that I thought I really wanted and was meant for me. Remember the mantra, this or something better. And sometimes it's so hard to see when you really want something. What your guides are telling me, Carissa, is that in just a few months, you're going to see why this wasn't the right opportunity for you, Carissa. I'm happy to pull a card for you, but I'm just channeling for you enough to tell you that there is something better coming. And if you had gotten into that job, you almost would have had blinders on. They're showing me this, Carissa, which means that you would have gotten into that job and you wouldn't have been able to see in your peripheral vision what else is coming for you, and it is better. And again, they're saying 3 months. So I'm going to ask you, Carissa, to maybe check back in with me. I would love to hear from you. And they're showing me toward the end of 2018, just for clarity. So maybe you can report back to us and let us know what's happening for you. I would really love, by the way, to do a Wisdom Circle reading session one time with no cards. Because I really am a medium and a channel, and I actually prefer to read without anything, which kind of freaks people out sometimes. Sometimes people feel safer if there's a card, but I really actually do much better when I just open the channel and read for you. So maybe we can do a session like that one day too. Okay, Nicole DePalo would like the Angels deck. How are you, Nicole? So I'm going to pull for Nicole from this beautiful deck, which I love. Nicole. Do you feel as beautiful as she is? Because that's part of the message for you today, Nicole, is that there is this light, this radiance inside of you. It's funny, before I even pulled the card, as soon as I said, when I say your name 3 times, I'm calling your energy into my field. And so as soon as I called your energy in before I pulled the card, I saw almost this exact same image in my mind of you, Nicole. And so what the card says is that an exciting new chapter in your life is about to unfold. And I'm feeling that for you. And I'm wondering if they're saying there are certain things that you need to do to prepare for this, Nicole, that there's a change coming, and it is an exciting chapter for you. In a way, it's like a wish come true to a certain extent. Not every wish is coming true. They're saying that they're sort of like, I don't know why, Nicole, but they're showing me this. It's like they're going to show you or give you what you want, but kind of in stages. So be patient with the process. But there's something that you need to do to prepare. And so if you are open, what I would recommend that you do is before you go to sleep tonight, and maybe for the next couple of nights, because obviously there's a reason why we're sitting here together right now. If you can just give your spirit guides permission to communicate with you in dream time, I think you'll start to get some messages about how to prepare. I don't know exactly what you need to be doing, and it's nothing huge. And part of it is your own energy has to shift. Okay, so you could even give them permission to do this work for you, Nicole, on your behalf. I don't even know if it's anything actively that you specifically have to do. So for what that is worth, that is the message that I have for you today. So beautiful. Aw. So Jessica's son, Skyler, is looking for guidance. I would love to read for you, Skyler. I'm feeling like the Archangel Michael deck for you. Actually, no, Gemstone. As soon as I went to pick up the Archangel deck, I ended up being called to the Gemstone deck for Skyler. So this is for you, Skyler. I'm really happy to read for you today. It's really a pleasure for me. Skyler, Skyler, Skyler. I got clear quartz for you, Skyler. And I got a quartz sphere for you. And you know what, Team SG? I don't want to send him a little one. I want to send Skyler a big one. Can we send like a 2-inch sphere? I would like to send I want to send a decent sized quartz sphere. So I will send you something really special because I hardly ever pull quartz for anybody. And I'm not sure why that is, but when I pull this card, it just means that everything is right for you right now. All you need to do is magnify it. All you need to do is make it bigger. Clear quartz is like a magnifying glass. Anything that it touches gets bigger. That's why you shouldn't work with quartz when you're angry or when you're extremely sad, because all it does is blow it up. It doesn't change it. Okay? Now you can program quartz, okay, to help you. So it doesn't always hurt you, but unless you're intentional about how you're using your quartz, it could end up making your problems worse. A lot of times when customers come to me and they're struggling, they say, oh, I had no idea. I've got a ton of quartz in my bedroom. No wonder I can't sleep, right? It's making everything bigger. So here's what the card says. Clear quartz magnifies energy, purifies spaces and auras, and focuses your attention where it's needed, especially in matters of spirituality. Skyler, you have pulled this card because you need to deepen your practice, connect more with your guides, and send out the energy you wish to receive. Meditate with clear quartz for purification, clarity, and balance. So cool! Super fun, right? I love that too. So I will be sending you a super duper amazing clear quartz sphere as a gift from that. Oh, I'm so glad you guys enjoyed that. Okay, Christy Moore would like the Archangel Michael deck. Christy Moore. And by the way, even though I'm pulling cards, I'm still channeling. So, and if you guys want pure channeling, I can do that too. Christy Moore. Christy. Oh, this is a good one too. You have the power to change, which is such a great message too. There's a little bit of tough medicine with this card. The medicine of this card is you're in this situation because you created it, which sometimes if you're in a difficult situation, you hear that and you're like, well, crap. That doesn't really help me to know that I made my own problems. But the beauty in this wisdom for you is that you have the power to change your situation. One of my favorite sayings is, if you don't like where you are, move. You're not a tree, right? So it's you always have the power to change. So your prayer with this card is, thank you for letting me lean on your strength and for reminding me of my personal power. This is for you, Christy. Please guide me to manifest and heal according to divine will, creating peace and blessings for everyone involved. Really beautiful, isn't it? So good. Adele. Okay, so Adele would like me to channel. Adele. So what I'm going to do to channel for you guys today is I'm going to connect. This is a double terminated quartz wand. point to point. So I'm going to connect your energy to mine. This is my receiving hand. So if you ever want to know how to work with a double terminated wand, when I channel for clients, I don't do as much reading as I used to, but this is what I would do, is I would create a energetic cord between us at the heart space. So Adele, just leaning into your energy field. It's interesting, Adele, they're giving me the word allowance and surrender. And they're talking about this period of your life of really trying to make peace with what has been, and that's part of your medicine for this harvest season, Adele. And they're talking about the fact that this has been both difficult for you and then in a way really easy for you too. It's almost like everything has been leading you here. Once you get beyond this phase, and they're showing me like September, October, I'm not sure if there's an event happening or it could be even a special occasion. Something is happening in the next 60 days. Once you get over this period, that allowing and surrendering and having to just be with what is complete. And then whatever that forward momentum you've been looking for or progress that you've been wanting, you just be able to really see change. It's almost like there's this energy of like wanting to know or wanting to see results. That is coming for you between November and December. They're showing me before the end of 2019 for a really powerful shift of energy for you. So there's good news coming. It almost feels like the Hanged Man energy, Adele, between now and October. Like that image is coming. Have you seen the Hanged Man in the major arcana of the tarot? You know, where he's hanging upside down and there's just like, there's no forward momentum. And so you're going to feel that shift, right? It feels like right around Samhain time, end of October, November and December, even though those are months heading into wintertime, for you it's going to be this period of really being able to see the shift in your energy and some of your dreams beginning to come true. So there's good stuff ahead for you. Okay, Jennifer wants gemstones. I'm ready to read for Jennifer. How are you, Jennifer? Nice to see you. Jennifer. Okay, Tiger's Eye, one of my favorite stones, one of my favorite stones. This is solar plexus. This is all about power, strength. This is about psychic ability, but psychic ability using your other senses. Tiger's Eye does make you more attuned, but it activates your other ways of knowing. And so here's what the card says for you, Jennifer. Tiger's Eye activates the workings of the mind in profound ways while protecting you and imbuing you with ancient deep wisdom. Jennifer, you have pulled this card because you seek balance, mental clarity, and empowerment in your decision making. Meditate with Tiger's Eye to weigh both sides of a situation, gain insight from your guides, and come to fair and informed conclusions. And I will tell you, just channeling for you too a little bit, Jennifer, Tiger's Eye is the stone of resolution. You know, if you're ever involved in any kind of matters of dispute, Tiger's Eye ensures that everything is going to work for your highest good. And so what my guides are telling me, in addition to what the card said for you, Jennifer, if there is a situation in your life right now where you're just like, is it going to work out? You know what I mean? Is this going to work out for me? Is it going to be okay? The answer is yes. This is for sure a sign for you, Jennifer. If you have any doubt in any matter of any dispute in your life, especially something that is going to be coming to a conclusion sometime in the next 30 to 90 days is what they're saying, the resolution is going to come in your favor. And they're saying that that might be a source of comfort for you too. Adele, did that resonate for you? I really got excited for you for a minute, Adele, because when I got into your field, there's a lot of excitement. It's not for right now, but there's this feeling of like a gate opening for you. And so thank you for letting me lean into your energy field a little bit, because it was almost like a boost for my energy too. And it was beautiful to be with you for that minute. So good. You're very welcome. You guys. Okay. Kavita would like me to channel. Kavita. So I'm going to lean into your field, Kavita. Kavita. Your spirit is very strong, Kavita. They were asking me if you have any concerns about your health. There seems like there has been a concern about your health maybe in the last year. They want me to reassure you that your body, your mind, your spirit are strong. Kavita, you know what's really interesting that they're showing me? they're showing me all your female ancestors down your mother's line. And I'm not exactly sure why they're showing me this. They don't usually show me this, but they're showing me you and all of your ancestors down your mother's line. And you come from an incredibly powerful, what we call matrilineage, right? All the women in your line are very, very powerful beings. And so there is healing in your mother's line. There is a healing capability. There's some gift that you have. I'm not even sure you have fully tapped into it yet. They're telling me that you have, but there's still much more that you could develop. And it's wisdom that actually comes through your maternal line, Kavita. So they're encouraging you. They want you to do some, it almost seems like research, but they want you to talk to people more about what's been in your family, who's been in your family. There are still secrets and there's still wisdom that you're supposed to gather. And it's all in service of whatever healing you are going to create for yourself and others in your life. And it feels really beautiful. I will tell you, the other thing they're telling me, Kavita, for you is that could be a business for you. Whatever they're showing me, you helping people, and they're showing me again, you drawing, it's almost like you're pulling wisdom from all these generations, and you're going to find a way to bring it forward for people to help them. And so that could actually be a source of prosperity for you. And you're really being encouraged to pursue it. So I hope that's helpful for you. And thank you for letting me go into your energy for a few minutes. So good. You guys are having fun with the channeling. It's kind of fun, isn't it? It's fun. It takes a lot of energy, but it is super, super fun for me. Okay, let me see who I'm being called to next. Kavita has an interesting family line. Powerful, powerful women in that woman's line, for sure. Some of them she doesn't even know about yet, which is pretty exciting. Okay, let's see. Haley Bundy, I'm being called to a deck for you. But I will still channel for you. But I am being called. They want me to show you an angel card. So, Haley Bundy, this is for you. I'm going to pull for you. This is the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. So this is for Haley. Haley. Okay. This is the love card in this deck. Okay, this is the soulmate, love, blessing of divine union card in that deck. So Haley, what that tells me is there is someone in your field. I can't tell if this is a future partnership or a present partnership, but there is this energy of divine union around you. But what's interesting is your guides are talking to me about the fact that there's a little part of you that is lonely. I feel like there's a lot of people around you in your life, but there are still these moments where there's something that you're missing, Haley. It's like a little tiny spot in your heart, I would say, is what I'm feeling. And so what your angels are telling you through this card, because every time I've ever pulled this card, that's what the message has been, is hang on. They see you. They're going to fill that void. There's either someone in your life already who's going to step up in a different way, or there's someone who's going to come into your life. But that little place in your heart, Haley, and it's almost like they take me on this little, they're showing me this visual of a little tiny spiral that takes me down into the very center of your heart. It's a tiny place. They show me that you're generally a happy person, but there's just a little tiny pocket in your heart. That little pocket in your heart is very important to your angels. And there is a time coming when you will feel sort of the oneness, the connection, and you won't sort of ever experience that little pocket or place again. So overall it's a really beautiful blessing for you. Your heart is being acknowledged by your angels, and whatever it is that you're missing or looking for right now is already on its way to you in a powerful way. So thank you for letting me read for you too. A lot of us don't know everything about our female line, and I think that for her, it's obviously, for Kavita, right, it obviously seems to be something that she needs to explore because she's going to be using it. But even if you're not going to be using that information, I still think it's important for you to know where you come from. At least it helps you understand sometimes some of your karma, right? If you know who your family is and where your line comes from, I think it makes it a little bit easier for you to understand not just what's happening today in your family, but maybe what has happened over the last 500 years in your family, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Whew. Oh, Chrissy would like a gem card. Where did I see Chrissy? Chrissy. Where is Chrissy? The feed goes by so fast. Chrissy Yenner would like a gem card. So I'm going to pull a gem card for you, Chrissy. You have a very sweet spirit too, Chrissy. Chrissy. Well, it's really interesting because, Chrissy, the word that your guides gave me is comfort. There's either a desire for comfort, a need for comfort, or a lack of comfort. Comfort seems to be something that you're seeking or something that they're trying to provide to you. And they're showing me comfort, like physical comfort, but they're also showing comfort like your ability to sleep at night and like not worry. They're wanting to like ease your mind somehow. And the gem card that I pulled for you, Chrissy, whether there's a connection between what they're showing me and the card itself, is green aventurine. And so if I look at this in the context of comfort, kind of what comes to mind, it's, if you look at the card, it's self-assurance. So it's almost like, I think the message for you, Chrissy, in totality between what I channeled and what the card says is, you have everything you need. There seems to be a little bit of like looking externally for something that's already within you and just reassuring yourself that the comfort that you need, you already have, right? The reassurance that you're looking for is going to come from within. And so I'm going to send you, Chrissy, a green aventurine stone, because that's the card I pulled. When you get it, keep it with you. If you're comfortable, like the rest of us, with, you know, rocks in your bra, put it in your bra, or keep it in your purse or in your, wallet or whatever, but keep it near you. Green aventurine creates growth. It's like if you put it in your plants, they grow faster. If you carry it into a job interview, you're most likely to get the job. It creates luck, it creates possibility, and it creates synchronicity. So, Chrissy, I think this is a message to you. Like, if you've been asking for a sign, this would definitely be it. So if you've been saying, give me a sign and then I'll know, that I would say green aventurine is always a sign. And then the comfort, again, that you're looking for, instead of looking outside, you're being invited to really look within and realize that you're going to be the one that's going to provide that to you. And that can be a source of real empowerment for you too. For all of us, right? I mean, right? It's knowing that it comes from within is the whole deal, for sure. It is the garden stone. That's right. Okay, I think I have time for a couple more, like 2 or 3 more before we reach the end of the hour. Can you believe, like, it's 4:55? Time went by really fast. Okay, hi Bianca Luna. Bianca would like me to channel for her. It would be my pleasure. So just connecting with you at the heart space, Bianca. Bianca. The first word they're giving to me for you, Bianca, is clarity. What they're showing me is that, because they're talking about manifestation, and it's almost like they're giving me advice for you, Bianca. And one of the things they want me to tell you is that you need to get really specific and really clear about what you want. Sometimes because you're a very powerful person, and they're telling me that you know that. Like, you can manifest whatever you seek. And you've actually been building, they're saying, you've been developing your skills and you've been really growing. They want to acknowledge that growth, especially in the last year. I'm getting this huge affirmation, like, please tell her, like, we see the growth that's happened. And they're very proud of you in a way. It's like, you've come a long way. Now, because it's almost like you've expanded way out, and now they want you to bring it in a little bit and focus it and harness it. And sometimes when we're in these big growth phases where we're learning and we're expanding, it's almost like you're busting out. Sometimes we get really excited and it becomes hard to narrow it back down and really use your gifts and your knowledge in a focused way. But that's what they're asking you to do. It's almost like you're going to be more powerful, Bianca, once you're more precise, once you're more clear, like a laser. They keep showing me like a laser point. And so when you meditate, if you work, they want you to work with mantras, they're saying. They want you to work with mantras, Sanskrit mantras. My favorite way to learn mantras, because they're very powerful, the Sanskrit language activates light code. And so when you speak a sacred mantra, you are activating all kinds of code. It's not just saying some words. And so one of the most beautiful ways to learn them is by listening to them. Someone like Diva Pramal, who sings the mantras, you can find her on the radio, Pandora, things like that, SoundCloud. And so I would encourage you to start listening to the mantras. It's going to help you get clear. It's going to clarify your thinking and really help you deepen your meditation if you're not already. And so those are my primary messages for you. They're proud of you, and now they want you to bring it in. Now they want you to bring it in because they're doing something with you, Bianca. You know it, right? I mean, it's all been leading to something. That's, it's like they want you to know that it's not. It might feel like patchwork to you, kind of like a little of this and a little of that, but it's all been building to something. But their message to you is it can't build to something as powerful as it can be unless you are the one who's going to bring it all together and funnel it down. Thank you for letting me read for you. Okay. Woo. Okay, why don't we do one more gemstone card? That sounds really fun. Mallory. And then Jane Henry. Spirit just told me I have to read for you. Okay, so I'm going to do Mallory, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do Jane. Did I lose you, Mallory? Where was I? The feed just went by really fast. So first I'm going to pull a card for Mallory, and then I'm going to pull a card for Jane and her spa. Okay? So I'm going to pull a gemstone card for Mallory. Mallory. Sodalite, the dream catcher stone. This is a good one. Psychic development, intuition, peaceful sleep, restful sleep. It prevents nightmares. So Mallory pulled this card. Sodalite's a stone of enhanced insight, mental clarity, discipline, general well-being. It banishes fear, heightens your intuition. Mallory, you've pulled this card because there's a restlessness or a sense of disorganization within you. Meditate with Sodalite to aid you in overcoming these blockages, open the third eye, and help energies around you to flow more freely. So, and I'm channeling a little bit too. It is time for you to let go of the fear, Mallory. That seems to have been an obstacle for you. It's like, don't let your fear drive your decision making. If I can summarize what I'm getting from your spirit guides, Mallory, don't let fear drive your decisions. Make your decisions from a place of feeling really sure that your intuition is accurate, because it is. It's like the more you trust that, the more successful you're going to be, but don't let that fear drive you. It's going to drive you someplace you don't want to go. So that's a very powerful message for you today, I would say. And then Jane Henry wanted me to pull a card for her spa. You know what, Jane? You know what just happened? I looked down. I just pulled that card from Mallory. And I just looked down. I don't know why I'm about to cry. So I saw Jane in the field. And a lot of you always ask me. In fact, one of the questions you wanted me to answer for you tonight, if we didn't pull cards, one of your biggest questions for me tonight was, how do you know it's not just you? How do you know it's actually channeled, right? How do you know it's not just you in your head? So Jane asked me to pull a card. She said, are you losing your spa? I don't want to misinterpret what you're saying. And my spirit guide said, stop and please read for Jane. Okay. I could hear it. I mean, I'm clairaudient, so I hear, and I'm clairvoyant. I see, right? So I looked down, and they said, don't pull a card. It's right there. And here's what was on top for you, Jane. Then I feel like I just want to cry. But they're not sad tears, Jane. It's happy tears. You're losing your mind. Good. I didn't want to interpret that as losing your spot because I don't feel like that. Here's what I'm getting for you, okay? And Jane, I'm going to send you something big in rose quartz. I'm not going to send you a little tumbled piece. I'm going to send you a big generator, or I'm going to send you a big sphere or something. You are so loved, Jane. You are so loved that your spirit guides pushed pause on everything else so that I could come here and tell you and look you in the eye and say you are loved by so many. I feel ancestors around you. There is an energy where your spot is, Jane. I have chills all over my body right now. Where your spot is, even the space, I even feel like maybe even the land underneath it. There is a sacredness to you and to what you're doing. And you are so loved and being so held and so watched over. So if there's anything I can do for you personally, I'm even willing, Jane, to talk to you offline and even talk to you on the phone and do a reading for you privately. I feel that committed because my message for you tonight has been the strongest of anybody. And so I'm committing. If there's anything I can do to help you, or any advice that I could give you to guide you, from one business owner to another, or a tool I can provide to you in any way, I just want you to know you can call upon me. For some reason, I feel in your debt, and for some reason, I feel like I may even have been here tonight to open this space so that you knew how important you were. Aho. And she says she's going to pass out. So just know, maybe we're supposed to be friends and this is how it's supposed to start, but I am in some way here to help you. And I really feel grateful that I get the opportunity to do that. So if you'd like to take me up on my offer, send an email to magic@sagegoddess.com. Team SG, please work with me to find the perfect piece of rose quartz for Jane, and we will take that conversation offline. And if there's anything I can do to help you find your mind, I have lost my mind multiple times, so maybe you can help me find mine too in the process some way. All right, well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for readings for tonight. Usually I'm able to go a little bit longer, but we are getting ready for Denver, and so it's a little bit of a crazy house around here. But I hope, I hope you enjoyed it. Would you like to do this again next time for Wisdom Circle? Or would you like to go back? I just need you to give me this feedback now in the moment. Would you like more readings next time, or would you like us to go back to Q&A? I'm very open to keeping this for a little while, because in a way, it still allowed us to connect the way we always do, right? Because in so many ways, I was channeling for all of you. But we can definitely come back and just do Q&A next time too. So if you want to share your thoughts here or on the event page, I'm very open to your feedback. You know me, if you were like, nope, no more readings, all done with that, let's do the other thing, I'd be like, okay. You kind of can't hurt my feelings. But we can do either way. And actually, you know what? I mean, maybe at some point we have just a separate Q&A. Like maybe once a month we do Q&A, and then once a month we do readings. Would that be kind of fun? I think that could be kind of cool. Maybe we do a hybrid, like every other Wisdom Circle is readings, and then every other Wisdom Circle is Q&A. I'm kind of into that a little bit. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's like a hybrid. That way we don't get bored. I think I have like adult onset ADHD. I have a really hard time paying attention. It kind of works for me in a way, because I don't have to pay attention to things for, as long as I used to. But anyway, I don't like to get bored. So if you don't like to get bored either, this will keep it interesting for us. So it is. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for being here. It was truly a pleasure to be with you this evening. I will look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. I'll be back from Denver by the time I see you again. Next Wednesday is live specimen sale from Denver. The live spec sale from Denver and the live spec sale from Tucson are the two hottest specimen sales of the entire year. I would recommend that you don't miss it. All right, you guys, I love you too. Thank you for being here tonight. You made my night. I had so much fun with you. I'll see you soon. Take care.